So you're gonna have to tell him.
Tell him what?
That we're not gonna make the movie.
What do you mean we're not making the movie? Dave, I made them a promise.
But how are you gonna make the movie with Kit Ramsey? He said no.
You don't think I thought about that? You don't think I worked that out? We are making this movie with Kit Ramsey, except...
Except what?
Except he won't know he's in it.
What?
Bowfinger is a 1999 comedy film directed by Frank Oz that would find box office success and positive reviews. Steve Martin stars as Bobby Bowfinger, a B-movie film producer in Los Angeles, California, who has been saving up to direct a big Hollywood film ever since he was a kid. Having a small studio, he works alongside accountant Afram, played by Adam Alexi Male, camera operator Dave, played by Jamie Kennedy, actor Slater, played by Cole Sudduth, and actress Carol, played by Christine Baranski. Afram writes a script titled Chubby Rain, a science fiction film about aliens arriving to Earth in raindrops, thus making the raindrops chubby. Bowfinger thinks he has a great film, but needs backing.
Now today, I have a very important meeting with Jerry Renfro. And if it goes the way I think it's going to go, I will see you at the Oscars.
After heading to a fine restaurant, he interjects himself into a conversation with a high-ranking film executive named Jerry Renfro, played by Robert Downey Jr.
Kit Ramsey is the hottest, sexiest action star in the world. When I think of Kit Ramsey in this Avalanche movie, I get very comfortable.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to get into a bidding war with Fantasy because, even if Kit Ramsey's interested, we might not want Kit Ramsey. Can you believe this? Now they try to tell us who's going to be in our movies.
Renfro tells Bowfinger that if he brings the studio this script, along with action movie star Kit Ramsey, he will distribute the film.
Gotcha, suckers. Wow, that is a catchphrase.
Isn't that good?
I just saw the poster. Let's be risky today, huh? I'm gonna go with this. You know what? You bring me this script and Kit Ramsey, and you got yourself a go picture, Bobby.
Oh, okay.
Kit Ramsey, played by Eddie Murphy, is a pompous, neurotic action star, often angry that he doesn't get more serious film roles.
White boys get all the Oscars. It's a fact.
You know that, but look.
Did I get a nomination? No, and you know why? Because I ain't playing none of them slave roles and get my ass whipped. That's when you get the nomination. That's what that you play a slave role, get his ass whipped, you get the nomination. The white boy play idiot, they get the Oscar. Maybe I should find me a script as a retarded slave, then I get the Oscar.
When Bowfinger attempts to get Ramsey to read the script, he is rebuffed.
Lying sack of shit! Read the script, I'm really a big-time producer with clout!
In the meantime, Daisy, played by Heather Graham, arrives on a bus from Ohio, hoping to become an actress in Hollywood. She auditions for the lead female role in the movie, much to the pleasure of Slater.
Okay, that was good, very good. Let's try it one more time, Slater, this time without the erection.
Knowing that Kit Ramsey will never agree to work on the film, Bowfinger decides to film the movie and covertly film all of Ramsey's scenes without his knowledge.
There are 6 major scenes with Kit. Those are the ones in red. He's not in any of the other scenes, so we just shoot those with our own actors on our own time, and bingo, we've got a movie.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but we're desperate.
Using a crowd of undocumented Mexicans as his crew, he informs the other actors that Kit Ramsey only wants a single take during filming, and that as a method actor, he will not be interacting with them outside of their scenes. Unbeknownst to Bowfinger and the others, Kit is a member of a Scientology-type organization called Mindhead, and is receiving therapy for his fear that aliens are out to get him.
Happy premise number 1. There are no aliens.
What do we do?
Keep it together. Keep it together, keep it together, keep it together, keep it together, keep it together.
His phobia results in genuine fear and panic when the actors walk up to him in public to recite their lines.
When you left Phoenix, it wasn't because you wanted to raise soybeans. You had to get away. Why? Why? Was it because you wanted me and it burned inside of you?
I beg your pardon?
Come back to Phoenix. Stop this madness. Let me in on whatever mission this is that you're doing.
Do you know who I am?
Of course, you're Keith Kincaid. You've come down from Wyoming with your damn UFOs. You bastard! 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 Because you prefer alien love.
Alien love? Why'd you say alien love?
I must get my umbrella.
Chicken devices.
In the meantime, Daisy has sex with everyone from Slater to Afram to Dave and finally Bowfinger himself to get herself a larger role in the movie.
I love you so much.
I love you.
I'm so alive.
That's the word alive. I've never been alive until now.
Never till now.
But I worry about our age difference.
What is age? It's a state of mind.
That's the way I feel.
Who cares if when I hit my sexual peak you'll be 70?
I know. It's Bogey and Bacall.
Who?
The filming takes a toll on Ramsey, and he laments his frustrations to his mindhead therapist handler Terry Strichter, played by Terrence Stamp.
I'm telling you, strange people are coming up to me on the street, and they're speaking in Jupiterian or Venusian or something. It's horrifying!
And what do these crazy people who speak to you and make no sense say?
All kinds of stuff. They talk about things I never heard of. They talk about people I don't even know. Somebody named Cynthia and somebody named Keith and aliens and sex and umbrellas.
I see. Do you think you can keep it together?
Yes, I can keep it together. I'm keeping it together. I'm K-I-T, Kit. Keep it together. I'm keeping it together right now. Keep it together, keep it together, keep it together. Keep it together. I'm keeping it together. Don't I look together?
Eventually checking in for care at Mindhead, Bowfinger decides to hire a Ramsey lookalike to help shoot some scenes. They hire a friendly man named Jiff, also played by Eddie Murphy.
Currently packing fries at the Burger King on Douglas.
Do you have any experience in motion pictures?
Oh yeah, quite a bit actually. I have quite a bit experience. I'm an active renter at Blockbuster, and I attend the film to cinema as much as possible, weekly, bi-weekly, intermediately.
Would you be willing to show your naked rear end in a movie?
Yeah, I guess so, yeah.
Kit Ramsey tries to go about his life, but the filming only makes his mental state deteriorate more and more.
I know that I'm not supposed to be doing this, but I just want you to know that you were so real in your response to the aliens. I mean, I wasn't even sure that I could be a pod person, but now, of course, I'm enjoying it because you made the aliens come alive. It was like they were living inside of me. Oh, and at first I was nervous about us having sex, but now I think it's a good idea, as long as we do it in a completely professional manner, and of course, there'll be a lot of people watching. I won't bother you anymore.
As Bowfinger and his actors continue with their plan, even more hilarity ensues. Steve Martin came up with the idea for this movie 13 years before the film was released, and he had not written the screenplay for over 10 years. He finally wrote the screenplay around 1997, and his original title for the movie was Bowfinger's Big Thing. The movie was directed by Frank Oz, who had directed Steve Martin in the 1988 hit film Dirty Rotten Scoundrels. Bowfinger was filmed from June through September of 1998 in Southern California. The Eddie Murphy role was actually written for Keanu Reeves. Eddie Murphy became interested in this movie when he heard he could be working with Steve Martin, of whom he was a huge fan. When Murphy sat down with Martin and director Frank Oz, the first thing that he said was that Kit Ramsey should be a black action superstar. Oz then asked if that meant he was making the movie with them, and Eddie Murphy said yes. Steve Martin later joked that Eddie Murphy's audition was very good. Frank Oz decided to use the take of Heather Graham sitting on a suitcase waiting, which he thought was a great shot, for her first scene in the movie. Heather Graham was really at the height of her early fame when this movie came out in the late summer of 1999, having starred in the hit sequel Austin Powers' The Spy Who Shagged Me just 2 months prior. The Los Angeles freeway was shut down for 2 days for the sequence where Jiff runs across. Although Eddie Murphy ran across the Los Angeles freeway without the use of a stunt double, the speeding cars were added in digitally. Kit goes to a place called Mindhead, where he pays to tell his secrets to a therapist leader while being hooked up to a machine. All of this was a play on the Church of Scientology. Jamie Kennedy later went on to have his own television show called The Jamie Kennedy Experiment, which aired on the WB from 2002 to 2004. The show was a hidden camera show in which he played practical jokes on unsuspecting victims. Heather Graham's character of Daisy was a thinly veiled jab at actress Anne Heche. Like Daisy, Anne Heche was born in Aurora, Ohio, and also like Daisy, Anne Heche was briefly romantically involved with an older man. Anne Heche and Steve Martin dated between 1994 and 1997, prior to Heche dating Ellen DeGeneres. The cast were all impressed with the performance of Emma, who played Betsy the dog. Betsy laying on the couch with her legs spread wide open wasn't in the script, and it became a joke in the film when Steve Martin closes her legs with a rubber band. Bowfinger was released into movie theaters on August 13th, 1999, and grossed a total of $98.6 million on a budget of $55 million. Bowfinger was a box office hit, opening at number 2 behind only the colossal 1999 hit The Sixth Sense. Critics were very kind to the film, with Roger Ebert giving it rave reviews.
The thing I liked best was Eddie Murphy as Jiff.
Yeah, it's really good.
He is so in lots of movies he plays multiple roles, and it's almost always the other role, like the fat guy at the table, for example.
In The Nutty Professor.
Yeah, in The Nutty Professor.
Right.
That's almost better than his straight role. And here, this guy is so likable.
Right.
He's kind of bashful, and he's so thrilled to be in the movies, and he doesn't quite get it, but he really wants to help, and he is very funny.
Yeah, and he's not a caricature, which is the other thing. I mean, I think another actor probably would not have given that character the humanity or the depth that he gives it. Which kind of makes it which kind of is really great setup for Steve Martin's character.
Oh, yeah.
To come off as a huge, unlikable guy.
Yeah, and what's interesting, too, is that, the premise is they're going to sneak up on this superstar and make a movie that he doesn't know he's in.
Right.
And you think, well, that's good for a scene or two. Actually, you see them more or less making
an
whole
entire movie around this one guy.
It's really...
In a 2016 interview, Eddie Murphy told New York Magazine's Vulture section that Bowfinger is a film he really loves. I first saw this movie when it was released brand new on video and cable in early 2000. I taped it off the Stars Movie Channel, and I was about 11 years old, and I absolutely loved this movie. It made me laugh so hard I would almost pee my pants. The scene where they put high heels on the dog and Eddie Murphy's character thinks someone is chasing him, just hilarious. I saw a comment on the internet once where somebody said they saw this in theaters in 1999, and the movie theater was bursting with laughter during that scene as well as many others. This movie has taken on higher acclaim since its release, and many consider it one of Steve Martin and Eddie Murphy's best comedy films. I agree. I think over time, this film will continue to rise on people's list of hilarious late 1990s comedy films. I highly recommend the 1999 comedy hit, Bowfinger.
You are so wonderful.